Good evening, everybody. Again, this is the Reverend
The theme here.
Gray Mouse 1.
with his mouth full.
Theory 515.
Yep. Again, we are just four middle-aged guys. Count it. Four middle-aged guys. Four middle-aged guys. That would have been eight. All right. Bullshitting about nothing. Geek Week in Review. A lot of things happen in the world of gaming. One of the things that we're going to go ahead and revisit is actually a continuation of something that happened last week. But since we didn't do videos last week, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to catch up and recap. On the 14th, basically what happened is that one of Microsoft's executives, basically Chris Charla, director of ID at Xbox, made an announcement saying that Microsoft was open to basically cross-platform gaming and being able to sit there and play multiplayer games between the Xbox One and PS4 and PC, and whoever else is a publisher and developer want to go ahead and jump in. Alrighty, which basically that's great. A lot of people heard that and they're like, dude, that's cool. A lot of folks who heard that was like, dude, that's cool, but what do the other developers think about it? What do the other publishers think about it? Is Nintendo or Sony, are they willing to play along? Well, fast forward to the 17th, just 2 days ago. Let's see here. I believe it was Shuhei Yoshida, if I remember correctly. Yeah. He said on the 17th that Sony would indeed entertain the thought of doing cross-platform gaming. And I quote from the article with Eurogamer during the interview that they had. He said, let's see here. We've been doing that with PS3 and PC, PS4 and PC, mostly recently with Street Fighter V and Rocket League and other games. That's nothing new for us in terms of working with developers and publishers to allow cross-platform play between PC and PS4. All right. He went on to say that because PC is an open platform, it's much more straightforward. But connecting two different closed networks is much more complicated, so we have to work with developers and publishers to understand what it is they are trying to accomplish. We also have to look at the technical aspect, and the technical aspect could be the easiest. We also have to look at policy issues and business issues as well. In the end, he closed out saying that they would have to go ahead and consider it, and they would have to see if it's in Sony's best interest to do it. You know, this is actually a really good thing. I'm pretty excited about the idea of there being cross-platform gameplay for people who have consoles and everything else. What do you guys think?
Where to begin with that? Especially if it's going to be the big three.
Yeah.
If the big three joins that, and along with PC gamers join that, the only problem that there will be is that, well, all of them have the same fucking games. You got to remember, there are a lot of third-party games that are not available for each and every motherfucking console. That's like, okay, King of Fighters isn't going to Xbox. Tekken 7 isn't going to fucking Xbox One. Xbox One will really have to step up on their third-party, on having certain games to come here and to be on their fucking console in order for this to be possible. Not just your traditional Call of Duties or fucking Maddens or anything like that, but they will have to bring in certain other fucking games too in order to accommodate that. And I think it's a great fucking idea that will just launch more fanboy wars. Like, yeah, I'm on the Xbox One. Oh yeah, PS4 forever, all that bullshit.
I actually think the opposite. I think that will cool down the console wars. I mean, because just like,
well, people will openly announce what console that they're on. And
correct. Then that becomes a problem. Yeah. But like Phil said in the previous video, though, that with the cross-platforming, there's really no reason for anybody to own a PlayStation 4 if they own an Xbox One, or vice versa. Either way.
Well, for their first-party games. For that
multi-plat game.
Well, for multi-plat games, people don't do that anyway. You know, people will get
no,
because and the other. I mean, they're not going to. Okay, wait. If you're going to have a PS4 and Xbox One, you're not going to have the same exact games on both.
Well, like for the previous generation, the 8th generation, you know, seems like the multi-plat games were better on the Xbox 360. However, that has flipped this generation, and I mean the 7th generation. I'm sorry, the 8th generation, the current generation, it's flipped. You know, the better multi-plat games are actually on the PlayStation 4 versus the Xbox One. So, I mean, it is the same game to an extent, but, you know, like you said, you got this extra DLC for the PlayStation 4 or Xbox One. You got different characters or whatever that won't. So, you know, having a multi-plat game, or cross-platform game, you're right. There absolutely is it wouldn't be fair for me to play Akuma on my PlayStation 4, but somebody on the Xbox One has Mech Akuma or whatever. You know what I mean? It's not fair to have a character that
would be fucked up. Be like, all right, this
most likely
has more than this one, and then it's like, okay, what the fuck?
Well, here's the thing: if cross-platform happens, all that's going to come to an end. There'll be no more of those deals with Call of Duties coming out on DLC coming out first here, then they have to wait a month, or certain characters coming out here and then they gotta wait a month. All that's going to come to an end once cross-platform starts, if that happens.
For the example I used the most rudimentary example so everybody can understand. Of course, and I agree 100% theory that that's going to have to stop. And are Sony and Microsoft willing to stop their exclusive downloaded content to, for multi-plat games?
Well, Microsoft isn't getting a whole lot of content starting out this.
You're absolutely right.
Time anyway.
And that's one thing that I think that, my personal opinion is that the only person who would really benefit for this is the Xbox, because PlayStation 4 got everything on lock already.
Wouldn't say everything.
It is on lock. It is much more on lock than Xbox One.
Xbox One has totally stopped.
Man, Xbox One don't know his butt from the hole in the ground right now. I mean, they're so wishy-washy. They're almost like Charlie Brown of the gaming industry right now. They're so wishy-washy.
No, because most of the things that happen to Charlie Brown isn't his fault.
You got a valid point.
He's got a point there.
But but that damn Lucy that is his fault. He keeps falling for that same stupid shit.
Anyway, that's just his naivete.
Anyway, I agree 100%. I do like the cross-platforming. It's a great idea. Like I was telling you guys earlier, is that I think there's going to have to be a third-party network or a third party running it that Xbox and Sony and Nintendo and PC, is all, fairly represented, because I don't think anybody would allow the big three to run the network. So, there's some technical issues.
Wait a minute. What about the VR situation?
I got a question for you guys.
Go ahead there.
I got a slight side question about that. As far as cross-platform goes, how does the subscription fees going to start working out?
I don't see it
because
changing
if it's the big three, Nintendo's doing theirs for free. Microsoft is getting theirs for $60.
Well, and so is PlayStation 4.
PlayStation's doing theirs for $50.
Well, see, the thing that's the problem. PlayStation 3 is going to have to be left out, because right now PlayStation 3 is they don't need a plus.
3 is on its way out.
Huh?
PlayStation 3 is on its way out.
I think we're talking about PlayStation.
PS3 has always been
out. Oh, I thought you said 4. PlayStation 3. You said PC?
I mean, just PlayStation Plus, period.
Yeah.
Well,
PSN in general
has the
is
plus
$50.
For $60. Yeah. Xbox Live is $60. Mm-hmm. The only thing with, like you said, mentioned Nintendo.
No, PS4 is not $60.
Huh?
PSN isn't $60. PSN is $50.
How much?
PSN is $50, not $60.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you got Nintendo.
Yeah.
But still.
That's the thing, what Shuhei Yoshida went ahead and he was addressing was, he was saying that the physical setting up the technology to go ahead and actually have the networks talk to each other, that's not actually the hard part, okay? It's the same thing that you have to worry about with my T-Mobile phone, you know, reaching over to somebody else's phone on Sprint or Verizon or anything else. It's just networks talking to each other, okay? Well, now, as far as a third-party service or something like that, that sort of responsibility, they're probably going to sign it over to the publishers, okay? And that's another third wall that people have to sit there and consider. We don't have just the first-party publishers, you know, Microsoft, Nintendo, and Sony going out of their way saying that, hey, we got to sit there and open up our networks in order to have this cross-platform play. The developers themselves and the publishers have to sit there and sign on to saying, okay, are we going to be cool with developing and making sure that everything's going to connect, you know, across all the platforms? Our netcode is good enough to go ahead and negotiate that. And if anything comes down as far as policies or rules, you know, terms of use and anything, in other words, all the legalese that goes in with end user license agreements, that wall of fucking text that everybody just scrolls through and hits next on, all right? You know, it could say something about, you know, every third month we require a pint of your blood and a semen sample, all right? But people say yes anyways. All right, you know. But, you know, yeah, because the thing about it is that setting up the technology to talk to each other, that particular infrastructure is already in place. What they're really going to spend a lot of time spinning their wheels on is just legalese. If something bad happens, who is liable? Okay.
Well, one thing too is that they got to consider is that is the PlayStation Network and the Xbox One Network and Nintendo Network, are they able to accept all this extra load? You know what I mean? Because somehow, you know, you have 35 million people on PlayStation Network. Is that going to be? Are you going to be able to connect all those on the Xbox Live Network? You know, it's going to be a load on. You know what I mean? On the networks.
It's all really going to be handled at its core peer-to-peer, all right, console to console. That's what the rules are. And that's also, if you think about it, the other cloud infrastructures, you've got the Microsoft Cloud, all right, or Microsoft Blue as they call it, which they've been wanting to go ahead and launch onto Windows 10 and everything else. Anything else is connected to Windows. And then with Sony, you have Gaikai, which is located right in, I think, right in Irvine, right in Tustin. You know, they're going ahead and they're setting up their cloud services for PSN. That's probably going to play a part of it, but at its core, it's still going to be peer-to-peer.
So if it's peer-to-peer, then they could do that standby bullshit like they did in Halo 2.
No, I mean the standby bullshit is that's all just their servers getting slammed and everything else at opening and all that other stuff. All right, it's stuff that's, like I said, the technology and the protocols and everything else, they exist already. Okay, the problem is, can Microsoft's lawyers agree to something that Sony's lawyers and Nintendo's lawyers and everybody else writes up, okay?
Well, we already have Microsoft bending and breaking due to other shit.
Well, you know, but that's not anything that they're sitting there and saying that they're going to be paying for, though. All right, if they're going to sit there and they're really going to. The one thing that everybody has to consider is that when Sony opens up their doors and they say, hey, look, in order for you to communicate to our stuff, this is how we work. And they have to open up their doors and show them, hey, this is our base net code. This is our infrastructure here. Okay? Same thing with Microsoft. They've got to do a whole game of show me yours and I'll show you mine.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that's the same thing as the FBI and Apple.
Well, no, not quite.
No, because the FBI don't have to show you nothing.
Your shit.
No, the FBI was saying, hey, look, that's your car. Give me your keys.
Yep.
Yeah.
And who's to say that Sony doesn't say that shit to Microsoft?
Yeah, you know.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Right now, Microsoft isn't holding a whole lot of cards.
That was my main point that I made at the beginning. It's like nobody's to benefit except Microsoft. So why would Sony do this? Like,
why not?
Yeah, but no.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Ultimately, they may not have a whole lot to gain for it, but it would make the people already having PS4s happy.
Well, and one thing too is
Gaming
that hey, look, Sony, I'm a good guy. Sony could play the good guy card. Say, hey, look, I'm the good guy. I'm the one who opened up. You know what I mean? That's the only thing that I could think. I mean, of course they're going to acknowledge Microsoft. They'd be stupid for not just acknowledging it, which they did, which I expected it. I mean, did anybody not expect it in this room? Did you expect Sony not to say anything?
But even after all this, even if it does come to pass and crossplay is allowed, people are not just going to hang with one console. People are going to get what they feel has the best exclusives at that point.
Yep.
People are still going to gravitate to that.
Yep.
People are going to still gravitate to what provides them the best experience. So it's not going to ruin one or the other. It's just going to allow them to play the same games that that both just happen to have. Just happen to have. I don't think there's going to be too many of them, to be honest.
Because, and I'm not saying it's going to ruin anybody. I mean,
no, what I'm saying is, you know, I don't think it's going to benefit one more than the other. But look at Nintendo's third party as it is. Do you actually think that they're going to launch, that third party is actually going to come back in order for it to be possible for them? I don't think so.
Well, it depends on what happens with the NX.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Because again, we don't know a whole lot about it. You know what I mean? They could have made a console so nice that third party's like, okay, we can jump back on this.
They did. It's called the DS.
Possible.
Yeah,
it's possible. Not likely.
No, but he's right. You know. It is called a DS.
Yeah, I'm just saying. You know, they did. All right.
It's funny how DS has more third party than the actual Wii U.
Well, people didn't want to develop for the Wii U.
Yeah.
But they were developing a DS. That was the point.
Oh yeah, I mean
but the Wii U. I mean, ultimately, let's just come right out and say it. The Wii and the Wii U had the most fucked up controllers ever.
You know what? I don't think Nintendo's going to play ball. That's just my personal opinion. It's going to be
Nintendo don't have to.
Sony. They don't have to. That's what I'm saying. Neither does Sony.
But what if Nintendo does? What if third party comes back and then they still have their killer first party?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Nintendo.
That puts Nintendo in a very good.
Oh yeah, they'll elevate Nintendo.
That will be the only one that will actually help at this point. Go ahead.
I mean, honestly, as far as Nintendo jumping back onto that, as far as online play, I don't think it's going to happen for their home console. I really don't think it's going to happen for the home console. Now, if they go ahead and Capcom releases out a brand new Monster Hunter for the PSP and the 3DS that they want people to go ahead and play cross-platform on. I could see that. Or excuse me, the Vita. All right. I'm sorry. I was thinking about a console with a portable with games. Okay, excuse me. All right.
There are games on the Vita, man. Games that I wouldn't play
that aren't on the PS4.
Yes, actually, since I've been in Japan, they got a whole section on that's Japan though, so it's different here.
On your game pickups, we don't see Vita games there.
Last time I checked, Danganronpa and Criminal Girls is in multiplayer. Okay, that's all I got to say.
But anyway, yeah, I don't see a Monster Hunter doing that though. I mean, if it does,
be up to Capcom.
Possibly, and again, like the theme said, ultimately that'll probably be up to Capcom. That's if these folks go ahead and they decide to play ball. Okay, now can I see on indie games, indie games that are on the Wii U or the 3DS being able to play with other indie games on PC? Actually, that's a good possibility. If you think
Race the Sun 2. multi-crossplay.
Oh
no, there's already
sign me up.
There's
Just take
already
my
a
money
game
now.
that's pretty much, there's a game that's asking to be connected across all platforms right now. It's called Rocket League. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
You can
I recommend you
Rocket
play
League.
that game. Please play it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, wait.
For the three of you and anyone who's watching this, if you have not played Rocket League,
Play it.
play it. Still a PS4, still an Xbox One. Break into somebody's house and use their PC.
I don't
Play
condone
Rocket.
that, but play it.
Yeah, but don't break into somebody's house, take their shit, and then go home and still use their Wi-Fi.
Oh my god, dude! I laughed my ass off about that article. What the fuck, dude?
Wow, that was
Rocket League.
hilarious.
Play
Rocket League is asking for that.
God. Play it.
It's already
Here's
on all
one thing I'm
platforms.
going to input on that.
Yeah.
What if the NX does come out and does get third party, you get crossplay, and the amiibos are still
in play?
yes.
They will be.
That
I'm sure the NX will support amiibos.
Fucking
You know what would
advantage
happen?
on their fucking games. If they
You know
was-
what would happen before that? You know what would happen before that? Before the Amiibo play would happen, is that you've got your Lego games, your Disney games, and your fucking Skylander games,
that will be
and all those
Crossplay?
dudes sitting there fucking playing. All right, they got their portals and everything.
Oh,
You know,
Yep.
the Lego games are on every system. I mean, every system.
Hey, I got Skylanders ready to go right now.
Hey,
We can do
I
it
got
right
Lego
here.
games galore.
Fuck it. Let Portal 3 come out for everything and just
Yes.
fuck it.
Yeah.
Why not?
I
don't-
mean, there's a lot of benefits.
Ultimately, this whole cross-platform thing is not a bad idea.
Right.
no, not at all.
There are very few to little downsides to this happening.
Okay.
All right.
It's just collaboration at this point.
All right. This is something that gamers have been asking for since the
Years.
conception of consoles.
Years.
All right.
Super Nintendo Genesis days.
Ever
Well,
since the
aside
fucking
from
play on the Super Nintendo.
there you go.
Could you
Yes, I
imagine
remember
Mario
that.
Kart on the Genesis?
What's up?
No,
Over
absolutely not.
or what's that called?
Could you imagine Mortal Kombat on the Super Nintendo? Oh wait.
Oh wait, there was. Wait, no, there's not. Wait.
No, there wasn't.
Mortal Kombat 2 was compatible on the X Play. Yeah. Think about
what
that.
about what about a Wipeout on Nintendo?
Wipeout 64. That actually happened.
That's not. Yeah, but no.
Ridge
Ridge
Racer
Racer.
64. That actually happened.
Thug. No. No.
Hey,
Actually,
That's not a Wipeout game.
actually, you should go and play it.
No.
You actually should. It's still a Wipeout. It's still a Ridge Racer. Go and play it.
I can't, man. No, I'm sorry, dude. No. Yeah, you should go play Castlevania 64 too while you're at it.
My level of respect.
I have that game over there. I just don't like throwing games away. So I look, no, it will never enter my Nintendo 64 again. I still have John Elway's quarterback over there. I still have the Rocketeer on the NES. I won't sell them or throw them away. They're just bad experiences that I could just share. You know.
And I know Shaq Fu's still at my mom's house somewhere. So yeah,
I was looking at it.
I understand.
Oh, so you're getting ready for the sequel?
No.
And that's going to be multi-platform.
My level of respect.
People are gonna be
Oh
playing.
Lord, Shaq Fu multi-cross. Oh,
Oh wow, a game that everybody can play that nobody's gonna play.
Yeah, you know, all console gamers can hate it equally.
And the PC
Don't
too.
they already?
Oh,
Somebody out there's got to love it.
they would use it, and they would come out with certain games or bring genres back in full force. Come on, man.
I mean, could you imagine?
Later.
Could you imagine a MOBA game as well? That would be a great game for cross-platform.
Yep.
It really would.
Yeah, they're supposed to be putting Smite on PS4 pretty soon.
What was it?
Smite's already on Xbox One.
Yeah.
And PC,
So, I mean,
I believe.
there's so much potential, but whether it comes to fruition, that's up to the big three and their publishers. I mean, gamers have been asking, just like you said earlier, Theory. The gamers been asking since the conception of gaming, pretty much, or the rebirth of gaming. I say.
Yeah.
You see, how long do you think that this is going to take if it does actually come into play?
You know what? Here's the scary thing: as somebody who works with developing mobile applications and everything, all my applications, all the applications we work on client devices, and they don't work. They're literally useless if you don't have a data feed to your phone. All right. The scary thing about that is that if they really wanted to fucking happen, they could have that up and running and all hashed out probably 6 months or less.
Damn.
All right.
You're saying almost right after E3 type of time frame, huh?
Like they could talk about it, get all the details hashed out, and have it done.
Hold it. What Gray Mouse said, that will be the perfect time to unleash that at E3.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking about that from the get-go. I was like, oh, this is going to be announced at E3. They're just what they did.
And when they announced the game, and it will be available for crossplay, people will lose their minds.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I just had a stroke about something.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Think about this. Especially considering the content of previous videos. Multi-platform cross-play available only on the PS 4.5 or the brand new upgradable Xbox One.
Oh, no!
Oh.
Wow. Oh,
that would hurt.
That's horrible.
That would hurt.
That would be like
ultra face palm right there.
That would be like
that would be the point
all the gamers
I would
collectively in the balls.
I would probably trade in all my stuff
and only for the new 3DS.
PC
Master Race, here I come.
Oh. And look, even thinking about that, even thinking about that shit makes my stomach turn. No.
Wow.
Damn it.
I don't want to.
That's why we all have our retro shit, right?
Yeah, I don't want to be the conspiracy theorist here, but like I said,
we were all in high spirits.
Yeah,
we were all in high spirits until you mentioned that.
Hey, but you know what? Thinking about it, he's not wrong.
Yeah.
No,
I just gotta look. All I gotta say is, they call me the Reverend. I am here to preside over weddings and to present eulogies. Okay, that's all I gotta say. Someplace in between, there's my Bible of truth. Okay, there. That's all I'm saying.
Damn, man. That would be horrible. Horrible.
Nah, man. Nah, I
can see that happening.
Yeah, I can see it happening. Yeah.
Damn.
You know.
Wow.
Damn.
What about the VR? Are they gonna have actual compatibility with that shit, bro?
I
don't know. That would be kind of tricky. Because the way HoloLens looks like it's supposed to work, and then the way VR is supposed to work for PS, it'd be a little weird.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Yeah, that one will be tricky. That one will be tricky.
I know for Oculus and VR, it's a little easier. But if you're using like the Vive or you're using HoloLens, it gets a little tricky after that.
Okay, yeah. Race to Sun 2, VR. Go ahead, do it. Make it.
No, not VR because I won't get it.
What about the famous Sewer Shark? Sewer Shark 2.
They'll be bringing back Tomcat Alley and Prize Fighter also.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I'd play a 3D Hogan's Alley in VR.
Yeah. In all its 8-bit pixelated glory, sure. I'll be seeing jagged pixels stabbing my pupils. Fucking VR. Why not?
Yeah, Wild Gunman, Duck Hunt. Ooh, a 360 Duck Hunt.
Oh,
If I still can't shoot that fucking dog, I'm not playing it. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Okay, see that fucker laughing at my face in
Right.
virtual reality. No.
yeah, yeah.
All right, I've got 30-year-old fucking memories of that. Fuck that dog. Okay.
Fuck that
I
dog.
think we all do. All
The
of us
funniest
do.
thing is that people still try to shoot that dog to this day.
Yep.
Mhm.
Fuck that dog.
Well, he's so popular that they made an amiibo out of him.
Yep.
Yeah, fuck that
Yeah,
dog.
now you can just knock it off the TV.
But the whole cross-platform thing, that's a novel idea. It's great. And I think it would benefit everybody, like you said, equally.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
it would be very interesting, you know, and I hope that reality doesn't happen. How about you have to have a Xbox 1 or Xbox 1.5 and a PlayStation 4.5 to play it.
Yeah.
Wow. Damn.
I'm sorry for bringing that up, but it's kind of
No need to apologize.
Yeah,
If it happens, it happens.
Yeah, that is a big possibility, though.
You know, I mean, the reality is, it's a viable option. That's something that could very well happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And with E3 coming up quickly, it could very well be shown up then. You know what I mean?
And the truth of the matter is that the true upside is that, hey, look, that multiplayer pool of gamers who could actually go ahead and play against each other is going to fucking grow. All right.
Yeah.
Really, you shouldn't be running into the scenario where it's like there's nobody online for this fucking game anymore. No. If you have enough people and enough games out there,
wait a minute. That brings up another question. You know, like EA loves to close fucking servers. So what happens when are they going to have to close the servers for all platforms at that point?
Maintenance.
Yeah.
No. I'm not talking about maintenance. I'm talking about permanent closing. I'm talking about like.
Oh, yeah, that will definitely happen.
That's not a
notorious.
console thing. That's not part of the big three. That's part of EA specifically. What they do is what they do.
No, I know,
By the
but
way,
they're going to have to close it for everybody.
Yeah, and the thing is here's the silly thing about that is that, you know, when you go ahead and even consider the multiplayer games that they have on the consoles that aren't cross-platform right now, guess what? All it takes is one fucking power switch for them to go ahead and do that. It's all the same.
Or EA is already capable of doing such a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, 'cause, you know, if you're thinking about it, what's that? FIFA, I guess. You know, FIFA or PES, I guess. You know, those type of soccer games, you could have you could actually make up your team.
Well, Konami.
You can make up your whole soccer team or your whole volleyball team as human players. You know, I mean, there's fascinating things that you can do with it. Make up a whole baseball team, make up a whole football team.
Where everybody will cooperate.
Yeah, you know.
An issue, but it opens the door for other possibilities, for other gaming possibilities. And I'm all for that. You know what? I said it many times before. I am 100% for options. I love options. Options are the best thing, especially in gaming. You know, there's an option that I could do this, an option I could do that.
Except the option to get rid of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that.
That's not an option.
Exactly.
That's surrender.
Yeah.
I mean, so there's great potential there, especially in sports games. I mean, even on NASCAR games as well. You know, I mean, you could actually form just like in NASCAR. You know, you form a team. You know, or whatever.
Sports games and NASCAR games. According to Gravehouse, NASCAR is in the sport. Can't say I don't disagree.
Hey, I'm just saying. Golf is a sport, I guess, maybe.
So shooting marbles. All right. But I won't get paid millions of dollars for doing that.
So,
right. So, alrighty. With our closing minutes, I think everybody can agree it's a good idea. Right now, it's just a wait and see proposition. We just got to see where the big three, the Microsoft, Nintendo, Sony, what are they going to do? Okay, and like everybody said, we'll probably be finding out sooner or later with the really interesting things coming up news for GDC, and then E3 later on in the year. So there's a lot of stuff to find out. You know,
isn't there another conference before what do you call it, before E3?
What is it?
Maybe for individual companies.
Yeah, I think that might have
been
been
coming up too.
I think that might have been DICE
or PAX, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, no, I think PAX is later.
PAX is later. Yeah, I think PAX is after E3, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
there's different PAX. You got your East PAX, your West PAX, and those.
Well, there's East PAX, and then there's Prime, and there's a couple of others, but I think all those take place after E3.
Oh, okay.
They usually take place afterwards. But
hey, stay tuned to this channel for all the information. I mean, we're gonna tell it like it is. You know, 4 middle-aged men talking about nothing.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna tell it like it is, even if it's a week later after the fucking race. But we're gonna fucking talk about it. You know.
Well, stay tuned to the individual channels too, because we cover things that all the 4 of us don't cover as well. So.
Yeah. Yep. All right. With that, closing minutes, folks. Thank you for staying with the video. Thank you for listening to us rant and think out loud. Once again, we are the 4 middle-aged dudes just bullshitting about nothing. All right. 4. All right. You know, leave comments below, hit subscribe, hit the upvote, hit the downvote, whatever you do, give us some sort of feedback. We just don't want to feel like we're talking to ourselves. Although, if you haven't figured it out already, I like the sound of my fucking voice. All right. With that, in closing, I am the Reverend.
This is the theme here.
This is Gray Mouse 1.
In theory, 515.
Go ahead and close us out, team.
Credits.